alternative investment is something that is not stocks, bonds, or cash. All right, so everything else is considered an alternative, right? So people say alternative to what? Alternative stocks, bonds, and cash. Then we've got the traditional alternatives. And for those, it's actually a lot of the things, Conan, that you mentioned. So real estate, certainly, commodities, so precious metals in particular. I think a lot of people are experienced with that. But we also have venture capital, hedge funds, private equity, private debt, perhaps. These are, and I think structured products, if I didn't mention those before, these are kind of more traditional types of alternatives. Then we get the fun stuff. And so, looking at buying, virtual land in the metaverse is a great example of how kind of off the run we can be. Maybe I'll just kind of quickly read through. This is some of the stuff that we talk about in the book, right? So private credit and alternative finance, this can be things like doing very small loans to SMEs through a platform like FundNel or Crowdo here in Singapore. It could be insurance-related finance. So that can take the form of catastrophe bonds, which are issued by insurance companies to basically help them out if there's like a big natural disaster and impacts their portfolio of insureds. It can also be what's called life settlement funds, where you go to somebody that's getting on in age, 80 years old, they have a large life insurance policy, and you say, I'll buy it for you or from you for, if it's $1 million policy, I'll pay you $600,000 now. Then I'll keep paying your premium payments until you die, but then I get the death benefit when you die, right? So very wild kinds of opportunities there. Impact investing is kind of a more social-minded type of alternative investment where you're really trying to make a difference in people's lives or the environment. There's some great examples here in Singapore. IIX is one. They've actually created listed bonds that are tied to impact investments. Obviously, in the world of digital assets, we've got coins, tokens, metaverse type stuff. There's of course the infamy of NFTs and Bored Apes and all digital rocks and all this other kind of stuff. And then we can get into collectibles and pretty much anything we can think of if it has scarcity and people associate it with some kind of personal emotion or it represents a level of craftsmanship or things like that. It can be art. It can be ancient Chinese porcelains, and it can be sneakers and streetwear. The latest Supreme drop or collab with Louis Vuitton. Those create investable things. It keeps going from there. But it's a wide world and lots of different things that you can dig into. I didn't even mention, we've got like wine, whiskey. Some of those of us here as your panelists probably enjoy some of those. So Young and I do. Classic cars, watches. Yeah, tons of stuff.
Yeah.